yeah, welcome back to my channel, Cooking at Home with Spaz. Of course, I'm Cut Master Spaz. Now, this is a channel for you if you love food, but you're a beginner cook, you don't cook, you're just learning how to cook. This is the channel. Why? Because everything on this channel is delicious, but it's simple and easy to make. And today is no different. We're gonna be making Italian food. I better stop the Italian accent because I'm probably gonna get beat up by the Italian mafia or something. Anyway, today we're gonna be making bacon carbonara. That's right, return of the bacon, like return of the Mac, return of the bacon, return. Anyway, now bacon carbonara is actually really hard to make. That's why you probably never had it at home. You went to an Italian restaurant, paid like 30, 40 bucks for the plate. Well, guess what? This recipe has been modified for your enjoyment and it's easy to make, all right? So let's get into what's in the bacon carbonara. First of all, we're gonna need some bacon, and we're talking about a pound of bacon. Now, if you don't like bacon, then you're probably crazy, but you can go for the 12 ounces if you want, but we're using a pound of bacon today. You're also gonna use 1 small sweet onion chopped up. You're also gonna need a tub of shredded Parmesan cheese. That's right, shredded Parmesan cheese. 2 eggs beaten. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, the one you can get in a jar. 2 tablespoons of butter, salted or creamy or sweet, it's up to you. 1 box of thin spaghetti, and 1 1/2 cup of milk. It can be whole milk, 2%, 1%. Just don't make it powdered milk because that's just gonna be nasty. And of course, salt and pepper to taste. So now that we got the ingredients, let's get started. All right, the first thing you wanna do is prep your bacon, your onion, your egg. You wanna beat the egg. You wanna chop up your onion and chop up your bacon, and then get your water to a raging boil, like raw, like that. Now, back in the day, I used to put oil straight into the water to help the noodles not stick. But another trick you can do, if I can do this correctly without getting noodles all over, is you do the twist method. You go like this, you go like this, something like that. So once you do this, it basically kind of keeps the spaghetti from, sticking together, and if you just throw it in before you break it. Anyway, so once the noodles start boiling, which you want to boil the noodles from like 6 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes is really done, like when you're ready to serve it with sauce, but 6 minutes is al dente. So 10 minutes done, 6 minutes al dente, which is kind of done. So we're gonna go right in the middle for 8 minutes. Now, while the noodles is cooking, we're gonna start with the bacon and onion. You wanna put the bacon in for about 5 minutes, and then after that, once it starts getting crispy, you're gonna throw the onion in so that the onions are not totally mushy by the time you finish. And then we'll finish it off when the noodles are done and the bacon is crispy. All right, so let's get going. And again, you wanna start with oil for your bacon because you don't want it to stick to the pan. Now, you can do it really slow where you put it on low and then bring it up slow, but we're just gonna put it on medium, put that oil in there so it doesn't stick. Start frying up the bacon. Let's get it. All right, it's been about 8 minutes. So the first 5 minutes, I put the bacon in to get it a little crispy, to get it going first. Then I put the onions in the last 3, 4 minutes, and this is just to get it just that bright color of clear, because clear lets you know that it's good to eat. It's not crunching it like potato chips. All right, our noodles should be ready. It's like I said, 8 minutes. I didn't go for the full 10. Now, when I was young, I was told that if you want to know if your noodles is done, you kind of get it dry like that so you can hold it. And then if it sticks to the wall, then it's pretty much ready. Well, it's al dente. It's al dente. So if it sticks to the wall, maybe, there you go, see? Ready to roll. All right, so once we got our noodles ready, here's the next step. We're gonna throw the noodles right into the bacon and the onion. Okay, mix it. Then you're gonna throw some garlic in. You can throw the garlic first, but you don't want to burn the garlic. That's why I want to put some noodles in, and this way you turn it to like medium low, medium high, because you're no longer frying anymore. You're basically making a creamy sauce. So then you can throw some butter in, and I know you're thinking, oh my god, that's so much grease because of the bacon. the noodles will suck it up, I promise. It's gonna taste delish. This is how they make it. Believe me, when you go and pay $40 for this dish, this is how they make it, okay? Well, this is a summarized version, all right? So there we go. We got our butter in, our garlic, and now we're gonna start adding the cheese. Now we wanna add the cheese kind of slow, like maybe like quarter of it, and then mix it, maybe throw some more noodles in. And why we have the milk is to keep it creamy, because if the traditional way, you don't really use cream because then it just becomes like an Alfredo, but I like it creamy. So I just put a little bit of milk, and you want to make sure the milk is at room temperature, because if it's cold, it's gonna be curdle, it's gonna not be good, all right? So once you got that creamy sauce going, add some more cheese. You just do this, repeat this process. And you don't want to throw it all at once like that, because then it starts coming clumpy and lumpy. But I'll just throw some noodles to fix that. And you're going to use all the noodles, all right, because you're cooking for your family. A little more milk, and this is just so it doesn't clump up. There you go, just like that. All right. Just keep on mixing it, just like you're making fried noodle. Italian fried noodle. And again, you just want to make sure that all the Parmesan is melting. You don't want it clumpy, because that's not what you want. And look like I added probably just about a cup of milk, so that's enough because it looks really creamy. All right. Like I said, you don't want it to clump up, so keep on mixing it. I have it at medium high, and you can go, depends how your stove is. If it's a gas, then you might want to go medium low, because then it's fire. Okay, so once you got it mixed, and then you can add a little pepper if you want, and you can use red pepper if you want red pepper, if you're into that. Okay, so we're just going to keep on mixing it until it's all mixed up, and as you see, it's starting to get thicker, like it thickens up. The noodles is sucking up the milk. Then you can turn off the fire, and you're gonna mix it. And what you're gonna do is we're going to wrap it up by putting the egg. The egg is what seals it off, what makes it that coating that makes it sticky but creamy. Now you want to make sure to turn off the fire about 2 minutes before you add the egg. If not, you're just going to have stir fry, you're going to have scrambled eggs. That's not what you want, all right? It's just to coat it. And again, don't worry if it looks really creamy, because it is going to be soaked up by the noodles. All right, there you go. The pot has kind of cooled. It's starting to thicken. Now it's trying to finish it off with the egg. And again, you want to make sure your pot is not too hot, or the noodles is like frying. And then you're just gonna coat it with the egg, and make sure you mix it in really good. And this gives just a good flavor and coating and look to it. This is the finishing touch that makes it creamy yet thick. All right, so that's about it. Now it's time to plate and eat. Let's get it. All right, the best part, we get to eat, sample.
You got cheese like me?
You can save some of the Parmesan to add on later. Me, I bought a whole nother one, a shaved Parmesan. You really don't want to use the one that's powdered, the Kraft one, I think, because, I mean, you went kind of authentic. I mean, it's the real deal. It's not Chef Boyardee. All right, here we go. Woo! Oh, I feel like I'm in an Italian restaurant right now. I'm telling you, this is delicious, and it's made simple and easy. Like I said, if you go online and you look how you're supposed to make it, after the 5th paragraph, you can be like, that's okay. After the 20th ingredient, you can be, that's okay. It's really easy. And guys, I gotta tell you, a way to a girl's heart is her tummy. So you spit your lines, you be like, I like long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners, and I can cook. What? That's the one. That's the closing remark. Anyway, If you like this recipe and any of the others, please subscribe. Please hit the notification so you know when we come out with a new recipe, which is every Wednesday. If you want this recipe and more, you can click the description and it has the food download link. I gotta say a big mahalo to Ruth for giving me some good cleaning products. And if you guys are into cleaning, but you don't like all that fumes because you guys are trapped in your house, you gotta check it out. It's ECHOSENSE. Her contact info is in the description. Until next time, this is Spaz saying, keep it positive. I'm out of here like last year. Well, you are, because I'm gonna eat.